We will. Thanks, computer lady.
Justin, you're overdressed. What are you doing?
Dude,
you're muted again.
Angle.
The fuck?
In front of the camera, half naked. What's wrong with me?
Okay.
Have you learned nothing of Zoom protocol during this pandemic? My God, man.
No, I'm out there in the field. I don't know anything about that.
For real, like when he's home and I'm working, I have to tell him like, yo, you need to be like disappear and don't make an appearance.
Pants, motherfucker, pants. That's what I'm telling you right now.
I'm in the comfort of my home out in the woods. I get forgetful.
I'm sending a jar of peanut butter to your house.
Whoa.
I'm surprised you're not going to do it hand deliver.
If I hand deliver, you'll know it.
This is content that can still wind up on Twitch.
I want to go on record saying I'm feeling very uncomfortable about the direction this conversation is taking.
I have to see HR again, aren't I?
I can't make that joke anymore.
No.
So I changed. I don't know if I think I mentioned it last time. I changed jobs, and the place where I work now is a fairly big corporation, and they have an actual HR department and a whole bunch of rules.
Their HR department doesn't sound like it has much of a sense of humor, though.
No,
Yeah.
no, they do not. Particularly not the lady that was in touch with me specifically. I made a mistake and she sounded very put out. Yeah.
You know, I've never really known the people who treat humans as resources to have a sense of humor.
So the
Dude, if you want to meet the most inappropriate people in the entire company, you need to meet HR, because half of them got to stick up their butt, but the other half of them are nuts.
Right then.
yeah, at the last company I was at, it was really small, and I made, after many years and a certain level of comfort, I made a particularly off-color joke in front of the office manager. And then I stopped and I went, oh crap, I'm gonna have to go to HR. Cause that was her.
Ah.
She laughed so hard I thought she was gonna pee.
Then you really would have had to go to HR.
Yes.
Yeah. I was in the break room one time, and one of my fellow managers came into the break room and said, I got this thing I'm working on. I'd love to speak with you about it if you have a sec. And just without thinking, I said, Angie, I have buckets of sex for you. It's like, not what I meant. I have a lot of time for you. I have buckets of time.
How'd that one roll over?
Yeah, that came out in the company Christmas pageant. That made a reappearance there. That was a high point. That was, big fun.
I'd like to thank Dave for his bucket of sex. What?
There you go.
And now it's a happy holiday. Okay.
Just remember, folks, I used to do HR.
But you were cool about it.
The guy that onboarded me said, just remember, it's only harassment if you don't like it.
Okay, then.
Well,
Yeah.
so about this dungeon we're all going to go die in.
No.
He never said anything about all of us dying.
I was going to say, not all of us.
You may, in fact, live on in ways that you don't want to.
You know, for some reason, that doesn't make me feel any better.
Aw.
So then what? This is a typical Tuesday. Great.
A what day?
Tuesday.
Oh, yes, typical. Thursday. Must be Thursday. Never could get the
I
hang
could
of
get the hang
Thursdays.
of those. Yeah.
Yes. Okay. Here we go. Are we ready?
Yes, yes, we are.
Most excellent. After your wonderful summary of where you were in the Temple of Knowledge that has been desecrated, we left off last time as you were headed for the stairs to go down into the archive level and the more private areas of the temple itself. The main floor worshipers are in there. There's generally, it's a much more public feeling space. Downstairs is significantly more restricted access. As you're preparing to head down the stairs, a certain squishy rogue decides, oh wait, I'll be right back, and dashes back to the office. So when you get back to the office, give me if you have the dice tray open,
I do.
give me a D20 for a search.
For a search, let's see, 13. Is that part of investigation? Search, is that investigation or no?
Or perception.
Which one's better, investigation or perception for you?
Investigation.
Yeah, it would
Do
be an
that.
investigation for that one.
Then I'm at a 20.
Okay. You get back there and you start rummaging around and you're like, there's got to be something in here. Because and when you think about it, this was somebody's office, and you know, when people are in their office, they have all sorts of things at their desk, they set something on the shelf, all those sort of things. But it doesn't seem like it would be something that would be obvious, just because of the wreckage, the amount of stuff that has been tossed about and just generally destroyed. The one thing that you do manage to figure out, you're like, hey, wait a minute. There's a little corner of it. It almost looks like a shirt, like someone's top that they were wearing, that's been wrapped around something and wedged behind a piece of shelf that has somehow managed to avoid the destruction. And it pure chance, it caught your eye. You're like, wait a minute, that looks like somebody wrapped something and jammed it behind the shelf.
I'm gonna grab it.
Okay, well, what's that?
Check for traps.
Oh.
Oh no, too late. She said she was going to grab it. You should think of these things. But this was exactly as hurried a thing as you seemed to sense. As you do have to really tug on this, because it is wedged under a pile of stuff. Once you pull it out, you realize it's actually a little more significant than what you had initially thought. When you open up this, because it's like a quick, that quick, you like spin the cloth and make a bag. It's like that. I presume you're going to unspin it and open it.
Yes.
Inside it are three things. One is a key that's about this big with the symbol of knowledge at the back end of the key. So the part you would hold on to is the symbol of knowledge. The second thing in there is, it looks like a sculpture. It's a face, it's like a head, only just half.
Like half a head?
like half a head.
Okay.
And there's a folded up piece of paper.
What's the paper say?
So you
Nothing,
open
it's
up
a
the,
piece of paper.
huh?
It said nothing. It's a piece of paper.
Yes, there may be something written on it, however. So, all right. Holden, I'm going to lean on the rules thing again, because this is old man knowledge time. Once upon a time, there was the ability for rogues to use magic scrolls. Is that still a thing, or did that change?
Still can. It depends on the DM, but standard for 5e is that yes, they can use them. Some require an Arcana check to see if they want to use it successfully, but that's a DM call.
Okay. So Arcana checks, definitely, because if you're a rogue, you don't know. But to your eyes, you look at it and you kind of go, huh. That looks like a bunch of that scribbly crap that the wizard was looking at. You know, when you went to see
Oh, Nightshade.
Nightshade, thank you. Yeah, like you look at this page and you're like, huh, that looks like a lot like that scribbly crap he was doing. Best you can come up with on that.
Okay.
But-
Belgar, do you know other languages?
I do.
I'm going to bring that piece of paper to Belgar and see if he recognizes it.
Ah,
If you do just a quick knowledge check for me, you'll recognize it, but I want to
un
see.
momente.
Sure.
My note for what I found is paper with scribbles on it. I don't feel like that's as helpful as I'm looking for.
Well, there will be more identification of that forthcoming.
Still a bit disheveled for some reason. Didn't have my dice. That was silly. I kind of check. Oh, that's going to be tasty. Let's see. That would be a 23.
This is not just any ordinary paper with scribbles on it. This would be a magical spell that you could use as a scroll. So you could read the spell off of this and cast knock.
Interesting. That's not in the cleric spell list.
You
That's-
recognize it. It's a very
Okay.
wizardly thing. That's the Arcana check. You're like,
Okay.
oh,
Azathan could make use of this. Does it bear any marks of the church upon it?
that one does not. Do you share the other things you have found, Shelby?
Sure. Yes, I'm going to share with them that I found a sculpture with half a head.
Yes. Excellent. That is a thing.
So, do you
That's
remember?
the thing. Yes, I do recognize it.
Okay.
And do I have the other half? Is that correct?
No. You
They
were
didn't
looking for this half. The head of your temple back in Rockvale has the other half.
Right. And then once they're together, or no, we can communicate via these.
One time per day, as an action, you
Okay.
hold on to your half of the head and you cast the spell of communication via this stone, and he will be able to speak to you.
This
And
is
vice
this is a relic of our temple, Thea. Thank you. It allows us to speak briefly with the holder of the other half of the face, which is my patron
Listen to that.
back
It's
in the other
stream.
town.
I have to change audio settings.
The key I don't recognize.
It does have your symbol as the part that you hold on to.
Right.
Um,
Clearly of the temple. May I?
Sure.
You're very kind. Thank you. Azathan might be able to make use of the scroll.
Yeah,
Then you want some magic?
I'm not going to say no to extra magic. No.
Hey, go.
Well done, Thea. Thank you.
I will take the scroll. And you said it was knock?
Yes.
Ooh, that would be useful.
Okay. Now that you're at that point where everyone has completed, I believe, the things that they were attempting to accomplish on that floor, you are prepared to head down the stairs and into the lower level.
Yes.
Is everyone on the map?
Yes.
Like a certain explorer? Map.
I'm the man.
Certain I am. I just don't know where. Well, now that I've made the entire room about the size of dime. Shush.
Ooh. Who decided that I was going to be the first dummy down in the basement? Not me, that's for sure.
That order was random based on where I grabbed you off the list.
Ooh, yeah, I'm not dumb. I know I'm after Belgar, who went in first.
Whichever
no.
order you would like to be on the stairs is up to you. I think watching the shuffle is amusing.
I'll go first. You guys are idiots. Yeah.
No, after you. I insist. I please.
Yeah, we'll go down
I
and
will
smack
kick
some
your
things
ass down
around.
the stairs. Stop.
That's the order. Faliki, Dundon, Belgar, Azathan, and Thea.
Woo!
Right. Downstairs does not appear to be better. At first glance over the rail, they have trashed as much down here as wow. All of the tokens are being embiggened.
So you can see El
The
Peeps.
mighty embiggening.
That will throw distance off a little bit, but that's fine. Distance is a nebulous thing. You don't have tape measures. So at the bottom of the stairs, there is a big pile of stuff that has just been jumbled into a heap. Much like upstairs, it's wreckage. It's stuff that should be shelved. There should be order. There should be a decent catalog of things, and there's none of that.
Is it books? Is it scrolls? What's the debris made of?
It is
Yes.
it is all of those things, and apparently some of like wine casks to add liquid to the mix and just make a pulpy mess out of anything they could find.
Lovely.
But are there bodies?
No.
Belgar, do you still have your lamp, or is this in dark? What light are we in?
Belgar's lamp is lit. Yes, Belgar has his lamp.
Okay.
Okay, as you move forward, let's get my. You can see that the damage just continues. There is
Sorry.
a small. All right.
Yeah, I'm good.
There is a small lamp sitting on the floor, but it has like the most feeble little, like it was an oil lamp kind of a thing that's almost out. And as you look forward, the wreckage just continues.
We want to move forward to where the vortex is, which is
So
south.
Correct. It would be essentially under where the main worship area would be upstairs.
Right.
Yes.
Is that a statue wreckage right
Which
there
is-
in the
Yes.
middle? Okay.
Okay. As you're moving through, and you have to step over broken tables, cracked chairs, just any of that sort of thing. If there was a chance to make a mess was made. You can see a closed, heavy door at the wall opposite where you're walking in, before a corridor leads away down to the south towards the bottom.
Oh, where's the key? Where's the key?
Is there light coming out from under that door? Is that what that illumination is?
No, that is something completely different. Does anyone is anyone operating the site right now?
Yeah, that would be me. I
Okay,
know what kind of nonsense we're about to roll into.
that door, you have the normal background glow of the world and all of its connections, and that door glows brightly.
Oh, good. Be careful of the door. It's magic. Either that or the thing behind it is magic, but I'd rather not risk that.
I think Thea's right. If anything's going to require a key, it's going to be a magically enchanted door. But let us proceed to the vortex. Stay on topic. Stay on point.
Stay on target.
Can we see any other
Which is
doors in
Yeah.
this area?
Do me a favor, as you're looking at it with the sight, Holden, roll a
Yes.
perception check for me.
Sure, I can do that for you. Should have been a bard. Should have been a bard. That is a 14. Should have been a bard.
Never too late to multi-class, Holden.
It's a little too late to multi-class.
The key, someone whoever said about the key sort of rings a bell. You're like, no, there's a spot in this magic, this weave that looks like that would work.
Huh. Is this one of those, it's a magical keyhole, but not an actual keyhole thing? This feels like
You're
it's a
not-
magical keyhole
You're
thing.
not certain. It may be a combination thereof.
Okay.
Let's
Who-
try it.
Who isn't using the site right now?
I'm not.
Okay.
Turn it off
I'm
after
having
I
a
I
have the site. I can see in the dark if that's what you mean.
I'm just gonna go and compare what I can see on the door with someone's view of mundane reality, just to see if there's something not adding up. Keyholes where
Can we investigate the dark black magical vortex before we start exploring doors with keys?
I don't know if we can get over there yet, because it looks like there's just a solid wall where the vortex would be. But
Thea
There-
and Belgar are in that corner there. Is that a wall or is there a corridor that continues?
That
on?
is a wall.
Ah,
You are in the
Pretty wall.
corner. You are in the corner. Dundon has moved where he can see the corridor goes this way.
then
Let's go by Dundon.
hold
let
on.
us proceed. Thea, I appreciate your enthusiasm for driving forward, but we don't know what we're facing. Let Dundon and Faliki go first in case there's trouble. You protect our flank, so that we don't get surprised by anything behind us. All right.
Okay.
Thank you. Dundon, Feliki, would you lead the way down the corridor, please?
Sure.
You gonna light up the corridor here, honey, so that we can
Yep.
see it?
Yeah.
You should be able to see all the way down at the straight ahead as you head further down that corridor. There is another door.
Mm,
We see nothing.
That is no dice.
Wow.
We
I
see
have
gray.
I have a disconnected attempting to connect notification
Yeah, same
on the
here.
map.
Oh, spinning wheel of
And-
death.
Oh, spinning
Yeah,
wheel.
I
Yes.
have a little spinning wheel.
I need
All
a
right.
technical difficulty screen. That'd be a good thing to add.
That's probably a good plan. All right. Well, we may end up needing to get in again. Hold on one moment. I'm going to try
Stand
something.
by.
This could go all wrong.
Woohoo!
Well, and
sounds
wrong
like our
being
wedding day,
a vague term.
Eric.
Your reality is being
Sounds like-
rewritten as we speak. Please stand by.
This could go all wrong. Sounds like our wedding day.
Whoa.
That is very true.
I was gonna say that was
Someday-
accurate.
So someday I will explain to everyone just what a true and accurate statement that is.
But that
I
day is
second
not
that one.
today.
Would you say,
Here.
Shelby?
I said I second that one. Things going wrong on the wedding day.
Why am I getting a no bueno? Hello,
Maybe the service went down. In
connect, please. Hello.
which case, theater of the mind.
We can do that. I do not have a problem with that.
D&D being what it is. When you say there's a corridor and a door, I know what you're talking about.
Ugh.
Visualization.
Yeah, I might need a hand with that.
It's just like when you're at work and you visualize yourself somewhere else where there aren't a bunch of dumbasses.
can anyone see the map?
Nope.
That's a negative, Ghost Rider.
I can
All
see
right.
the part that we were looking at previously.
Okay. We're gonna go there in the mind. Here we go.
I cannot even see that. If you can see it, don't refresh your page because otherwise you'll just go to staring into the void.
Yeah,
Too
it
late.
just refreshed
Too late.
to a
Sometimes-
spinny little dice looking thing.
Oh yeah, that's what I just did.
Yay!
I got a spinny thing without even having to reload mine.
Wow. Oh, aren't we overachieving today?
So there's
And
a
I can
corridor
still
that
see it,
extends
yeah.
down before us.
Yes.
As you are facing your right hand side is the door that Holden looked at with the sight that appears magical.
Mhm.
Continuing straight ahead down that corridor, at the very end of what would be the corridor, it turns to the left and there's a door straight ahead.
Proceed down the corridor, turn
Okay.
left.
As you turn to the left, it's difficult to describe. It's almost like you're just going around a wall. So as if the wall, you were coming down the corridor and you just went around the wall like that.
Mhm.
Next to the door you could see, there is another, also closed. And as you round the wall, you enter a relatively small foyer. There are double doors at the end of this foyer and the foyer is filled with broken pieces of relic, crushed shelves, things of that nature, torn carpet. The double
No
doors,
bodies.
no bodies. The double doors are there and closed. Behind the double doors, essentially what you map in your head is where you believe the magical swirling vortex would be ending.
So the corridor is doing like a little like cyclone itself, right? If I pictured that right.
It goes like this.
Okay.
It's a
jig.
a U shape with a thing sticking out.
How do you spell that?
It's very difficult to spell. There was a guy on PBS that used to do it with piano music. It was really quite entertaining.
Victor Borgia.
There you go.
Cautiously make our way to the double doors.
Okay.
Oh.
They are
Listen.
closed.
Listen.
Oh, you're going to listen. Make a listen roll for me, please.
What's a listen roll?
That would be perception.
Yep. Because I don't know the rules, I'll just call them those things and other people will correct me.
I'm
You
I'm
get
entirely
mad
too
when you do
I'm
that.
entirely too deeply invested in this to be a reliable source. Someone with a cooler head needs to listen at that door.
What am I rolling for listening?
D20.
Perception, it would be a D20 plus whatever your perception bonus is.
That would be a 21.
All right. Now let's see if we can make it work.
I came for you. I came for
Ew!
you.
Ew!
It's you. You are the one I came for. Stop. Are the ones. It's you.
Man, am I glad I got the stream audio back online for that.
That
Dang, I wish I had headphones on.
That is what you hear. And it continues.
Is the door locked?
Belgar, I think that's for you.
The doors would open inward like that, away from you.
And
Care to
Theo's
make
question?
an entrance?
What, one more time?
Care to make an entrance?
I was about to say, this is the perfect way for an entrance to be made.
Are the doors unlocked?
They appear to be.
Is this a whistle stop type of a situation?
I have
We
a
don't know.
whistle.
I have a
don't-
whistle.
We don't
All
know
right.
what.
Let's just decide real quick. Are we going to be very loud and upfront, or are we trying to be stealthy?
There's no stealthing at this point.
We
See, this is
can,
why I'm asking, because we're getting different answers here.
whatever's going on the other side of that door, we don't know. It's entirely possible there is a ritual, in which case they will be focused on the ritual. If we move in cautiously, we may be able to get an element of surprise. If we burst in, we will surprise them, but we won't have time to be able to assess what's going on. I recommend stealth.
So no killing them and letting God sort them out. Okay.
Well, no, there will certainly be that, to be sure.
Yeah, no, there's too much desecration to not send them to their maker. It's just how we go through a very large double door.
Let us open the doors cautiously and survey what's beyond.
Do you want me to use it with open the door with stealth?
Who is opening? Which leaf, left or right?
Thea is opening left leaf.
Sure.
Excellent.
Why not?
Make a, I'm not sure what the thing would be for your stealthy. Roll a
Probably
20
stealth.
sided. Tell me what
Make
you
a
get.
stealthy roll.
Probably stealth.
Yeah, that's stealth. And let me see.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Something tells
We're
me
at a
she's not.
7.
Yeah.
Planted. I
Did you
peed
fall
planted
again?
the door.
She fell down again.
That
It's
did.
like-
Or the door creaks. I mean, it doesn't have to be a
I
catastrophic
got a 1,
event.
and then my 6 to help that gives
You
me 7.
rolled a
so-
natural 1.
I did.
Yes, you boffed the door. You're like, this is gonna be so quiet. Bonk.
Got the entrance.
And you lose your grip, and the left leaf swings open. And I need you to roll a 20-sider, please. Yeah, oh yes. I would like you to make a wisdom saving throw. Roll and tell me what you get, please.
She's phoned.
I have a 15, so then let me figure out what's my, what'd you say, wisdom?
Yes.
16. Not horrible.
All right. You are the only one who can see what is beyond the door just now. And you are horrified. That sound, that voices over voices, as you open the door, increases. It gets louder. And you can, that's all you can hear. Voices, just constant voices. And you are like, so you have the ability right now to go in or not. However, what you can see makes you hesitate.
What do I see?
You're not certain, and that's what makes you hesitate. Are you going to try to get anyone else?
I'm going to let Azathan look at this, or Belgar. This might be more of your cup of tea.
This is Belgar's temple. Belgar's calls.
Belgar.
Azathan and Belgar both, by all means. Let's take a look at this.
Absolutely.
Like I said, it's for Belgar. It's for Belgar.
It's for Belgar. This is for you, bud. It's your call.
Hello.
Hello. Oh, Belgar. He's right here. Hold on.
All right,
Two of
so
you step up to the door, looking over her shoulder from either side,
Mhm.
and you witness why you haven't found any other members of the temple. Writhing in the middle of the room is this huge red mass of
Oh,
pulsing and moving and globbing, and there are eyes and there are mouths in one huge mound of red. And every mouth is speaking. What's happening? Where are we? What are you doing? And I need both of you to roll a 20-sider for a wisdom save, please.
So much for getting away from the horror campaign.
12.
You said it was just a straight wisdom?
Yep.
That would be a 21.
Oof. You look at it and go, oh, this is not right. This is not right. This is not right. And you notice that the floor, the stone all around it,
Mhm.
in a fairly significant radius, looks doughy.
Ooh.
Ew.
I'll notice that, and I'm going to place a hand on Belgar's shoulder.
Belgar, that is the one thing. As soon as he puts his hand on your shoulder, you snap. You're like, oh, this is like horror. This is terror. And all of the mouths are speaking. And at that point, you notice, as off to one side, off to the right, you notice an individual, a person walks out. Non-believers, you shall become part of the plan. Everyone roll for initiative, please.
Boy.
Oh, fun.
Do they know non-believers, or if I have that coin, does that make me a believer?
Not enough for them.
I rolled a natural 20, baby.
Woo!
These
Y'all better
guys,
hope I'm tall enough.
I have a feeling these guys are not really the talkative type, more the you're going to die one way or another.
I got an 8.
I got a 12.
I get a rock.
I was gonna say that. Too.
Where did Belgar land?
14.
And Holden, where did you land?
I am at a 15.
All right. All right, so I have the order. Faliki, what are you going to do? You can, at the edge of your hearing, you see the three of them stop in the door in front of you. At the edge of your hearing, you can hear all of these voices, but you can't get a good look just yet.
Does she hear the guy say believers will be added
Oh.
to the plan?
Yes, that part everyone hears. But the rest of the talking, you're kind of confused as to what's going on because you're not getting a good look in.
I will relatively gently, or me, shoulder my way through.
You have the other door, the right-hand door, you can just push it open.
Oh, good. I'll kick it, and then I'll go running in.
All right, wisdom saving throw for you.
Huh. 17 plus, what's my wisdom? 20.
All
Not
right.
an act for me, though.
You burst in and you see the reason why they stopped, and you're like, ugh, that's terrible. Off to your, and this is only short movement, so if you choose to attack, you can. There is what appears to be a cultist off to your right, and the giant mound of fleshy mouths and eyeballs that appear to notice you as you run into the room.
Yeah, I'm going to take the cultist head off if I can.
What weapon do you have? What weapon are you using?
I have actually 2. I have my short sword and I have my axe.
Okay. The cultist, as you see, has red painted around his eyes, like this, comes down around his chin. He has a miniature skull hanging from either side of the attachments for his robes.
Mm-hmm.
And hanging from each wrist, he's got a manacle on each wrist, and he has chains hanging down from each of those, which he starts to swing. Roll to hit, please.
Another 17 plus, what the hell's my hit? That's initiative. Oh, that would be 22.
22 to hit.
Yes.
Roll damage, please.
Actually, did I just need to roll 1 to hit, or do I need to roll twice because I'm using 2 weapons?
If you're using 2 weapons, roll twice, please. So the first one hits.
The second one, probably not.
What'd you get?
11.
You are correct. That one does not hit.
Okay. So, damage.
Yes, roll damage, please.
7.
All right. He doesn't appear to notice, but you know you hurt him because he is bleeding.
That's okay. He can take
But
all the time to die he decides he needs.
He appears to be more than just a little bit bonkers. His eyes are rolling and he's a little bit frothy.
Yeah, that's okay. This is a mercy killing.
He's a zealot.
That is the understatement of the evening. Azathan,
Yep.
what are you up to?
I'm gonna look over real quick at Belgar, and I'm sorry, this might get a little messy. We will clean up the temple afterwards, and I'm going to cast Ray of Sickness because I see Veliki run over and start hacking at the cultist. I'm gonna see about casting Ray of Sickness on the mound itself.
Okay. So is that a ranged attack, a touch attack, or
It is ranged. It is. Give me just a moment. Did I take it from here? Oh wait, this is one of those I gotta look for elsewhere. It's a ranged attack, so I will have to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Let me just get the specifics. Come on, cooperate with me, computer. It needs to. Oh yeah, I need to make a ranged spell attack against it first.
okay? Roll to hit.
You okay?
You okay, Shelby?
I tried to breathe in my water and it did not work.
I did that earlier, and you're right, it doesn't. It has absolutely no beneficial features at all.
If you do it with whiskey, actually it does.
23 to
Sorry.
hit.
All better now.
You hit. What is the effect of that spell?
So the first bit is that it's going to take at least, I roll damage real quick, and then I need it to make a Constitution saving throw if it has one.
Okay.
It will also take 10 points of poison damage.
The blob of body parts has to make.
A Constitution saving throw, yes.
Okay.
Against what number?
It needs to beat a DC of 13.
Okay. And then what's the, if it does save, what does it do?
If it does save, it just won't take poison damage again next round.
Okay.
So
So
it'll still
10?
take the 10 points this round. It just won't take it again next.
Okay. Cool. You have done your spell. Belgar, you are next.
Elgar enters the room, clearing the corridor so that Dundon and Thea can get in safely if they choose to, and surveys the room real quick, looking for other cultists.
You see none. It is this one guy in this a large rectangular room that would have had archives and other things. It has been cleared, and the doughiness of the floor becomes apparent, and up along the wall it looks, if you recall last time, Dundon looked at the statue and something didn't look quite right about it, and now you understand it looks like they're eating away at the foundation, like they're trying to drop the whole thing.
May I take an action, or does that
Yes.
count as my action?
Yeah, no,
I'm going to invoke the curse of the god of knowledge upon this blasphemer and cast bane upon him. He must make a charisma saving throw.
on the cultist.
Yes, DC 13.
Woohoo! All right.
Also, did the Ray of Sickness do anything, at least visually?
No. It's a pulsing mass of teeth, eyes, and flesh.
Okay. Good to know.
Well, mostly flesh, you think. You're not sure.
Okay.
And that's part that makes it really distressing.
Pulpy.
Yeah, usually poison does things to organic stuff, so that's unfortunate.
He fails.
All right. So from this point forward, for at least a minute. Every time he rolls to hit or makes a saving throw, he needs to roll a D4 and subtract that from his roll.
Nice. All right.
Let the wrath of the god of knowledge scramble your brains, defiler.
Cool. Dundon,
Yellow.
you have not entered yet.
Hmm. Well, seeing that I was close to Faliki, I would imagine that when I saw her dash in, I'd be close behind.
Okay. Do the
So-
wisdom saving throw thing as you charge in.
That's a D20.
Yep.
And I got a natural 20. Well, plus
Natural 20 does
plus
the
1,
trick.
so 21.
You walk in, you're like, whoa, that's terrible. What? Moving on. What?
Moving
Anyways,
on, I see the mass and I'm like, okay, and I look and I see the cultist.
Yes.
How
And
far is
Feliki
he from me?
Ballpark 10 or 15 feet. Faliki charged in and went immediately to the attack. So you conceivably you could charge in and try to flank him.
Yeah, I think I'd like to try to put my axe through his head.
An excellent plan.
We can try to meet in the middle.
Ooh, yay!
just give him a splitting headache. It's okay.
Ba-dum-bum.
D20 to hit as you charge in.
18.
And you hit.
Huzzah! I don't recall what I need to do for damage. What the
Axe.
yeah, is that a 6 or a 4?
It was a 6, I believe.
Gotta be a
What
six.
kind of
Or
axe?
8, or an 8 if you're using it two-handed, right?
What kind of axe?
It's hand.
Hand axe is D6.
1 by 6.
D6.
Yeah.
All right, that's a 5.
All right. You clearly also have done damage. However, he's not noticing.
Oh dear. Oh,
Yeah.
Thea, what are you doing?
I'm guessing that Faliki and
Dundon?
was it
Dundorf?
Dunblin?
Dundon.
Dunbar?
London.
Dundon.
Dundon, sorry.
Sorry.
Dundon is blocking. If I were to throw acid, I'd be throwing it on them too, wouldn't I?
Oh, yeah.
That would
There-
piss me off.
I won't do that.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Such consideration.
I didn't
I
acid bomb the
tried.
party tonight.
So instead,
Such a nice person.
I am going to use my slingshot
She's gonna try
and
to
I'm
hit
going to
him.
stay by the door
Okay, and you're going to shoot your slingshot at who? What?
at the, I guess they're blocking me completely. So I'd hit them regardless if I tried
It
to
would-
do anything ranged.
It would be, you could do it, but there would be a high percentage chance you'd hit one of them in the back of the head.
Okay.
So how
I
many people
think-
can fight this guy at once, Eric? Can only 2 people fight him at a time?
You conceivably a third could get in there if you move around to try to flank the opposite side or get behind him.
I
Moving
am
like-
to
not the
his-
third person you want to be fighting it.
moving to his left puts you in doughy ground range. You get very close to that. So he is attempting to, at least to some degree, to use that to his advantage.
But you do have backstab abilities, right, Shelby? I mean, you are a rogue, right?
Yes.
So you can get like an extra D6 or 2 to your attack if you attack him from
If
from
I
behind.
get, yeah, for when I have my as long as I am surprising them. But the TV that bit surprising.
We're keeping
Maybe.
them pretty damn occupied from the front, so you know.
Okay. Well, then I will take my, because I have my daggers in my hand. I have my one dagger. So I will
Okay.
go ahead and do my stealthy surprise and
Roll a
use my
stealth
dagger.
roll to see how well you move around him.
Oh shit. That's not a good thing.
Stealth roll should work out just fine. It did last time.
I believe in
Man.
you.
You shouldn't. You really shouldn't. I
Did
have a
you-
12.
Okay.
Could be
You are-
worse.
You are moving. Your action this time is attempting to get behind him.
Trying not to get hit by the swings that we're already making here. That's fine.
Yes.
Well, I do have lots of dexterity.
That's good.
There you go.
The cultist gets a little extra foamy. Mumble, mumble, mumble. What is your armor class, babe?
Armor
17.
class is
Wrong
14.
babe.
Oh,
You can take them over if you want to.
nope. All yours.
I suppose we got to keep feeding them. All right. 14, love.
Mumble, mumble, mumble. You shall join them. And he smacks you with his hand.
Mm-hmm.
How many hit points you got?
23.
Not anymore.
Mm-hmm. Any saves?
No. You take 9.
Ooh. That's gonna sting.
Wait,
it's
doesn't he?
crit.
No, wait. He has Dave. You're muted, but he has to subtract the D4.
You are correct. The D4.
Aha!
Good catch.
He still hits. So it's just, is it just his action or is it the
It's
damage?
only dice rolls for saving throws or 2 hits.
Okay.
So,
He still
so the
hits.
damage stands.
Okay, so how much is it? 9?
Yes. Good catch. Thank you.
Okay. All right, bring it, bitch. Let's go.
So now all of the mouths, you have garnered their attention.
Mm-hmm.
And particularly Belgar.
Damn it.
One of the mouths, you're not particularly close. One of the mouths starts to go, and it goes, something spits in your general direction.
Yikes.
All
15.
right.
Do-do-do-do.
That's nasty. Keep that shit up, and I'm going to turn you into barbecue.
That's not a pretty mouth there.
No, that's not a pretty mouth.
It's not
Please
pretty
do.
rough.
Please give me a dexterity saving throw as this globule of stuff flies out and just goes and bursts into a huge ball of light, like a flash bulb.
21.
You see it coming and go, oh, and basically dodge the effect of it.
Yeah.
Dundon, who moved in to help Filiki fight, is within range of one of the mouths. One of the mouths just sort of creeps up out of the little globule of bits at the floor and goes and tries to latch a hold of your leg. What is your armor class?
When I said
13.
not what I meant.
Huh?
Said when I said bite me, this is not what I meant.
It bites you, and it bites you hard. How many hit
Bastard.
points?
Hold
How
on,
many
quick
hit
question.
points do you have?
Dave, do you have a shield on?
Define, do I have a shield?
I
As
don't
in
think he was
the-
carrying one.
Okay. So it's like, how does he have such a low AC? Okay. Yeah, no, carry on.
You did add in your chainmail, right?
Yes. Well, no, I did not.
Except
I didn't adjust my sheet for the chainmail that I received. So what would that give me?
that would give you, if the internet wants to not take its sweet
AC
time.
16.
Yep.
Thank you, sir. So I have a 16.
No dex bonus?
No,
Oh, I don't know. Does that?
not for heavy armor. No.
Okay. So yes, it still hits. How many hit points do you have?
I have 20. Oh, I have a total of 12 a possibility. I guess it is.
Oh, you got hurt upstairs, didn't you?
No.
No? You should have more than 12.
I have a
12 should be
max
first
total of
level.
22. Hmm,
What's your constitution bonus?
+2.
+2. So if you had first level, you would have 12.
Yep.
Second level, you would have either added a roll of D10 +2, or you would have taken whatever the median score is and added that +2.
Okay. Evidently, I didn't do that.
So the
10.
median for a fighter,
Fighters are D10s.
yeah, but I think they give you a straight score that you can take
Top of my head.
instead of rolling, or you can roll.
I'll roll.
So roll a D10.
Yep. I got a 9. So that would be 9 plus.
11. So you'd have 23.
Okay. So total of 23 then. Okay. So I have
Okay.
23.
Yeah, not anymore.
Okay.
Now you have 12.
I have 12.
Ooh.
This thing savages your leg.
Okay.
Hey, round 2. Fleeky,
Yes.
your turn.
Fuck.
What do you think would happen if we threw him into the writhing mass of mouths and things?
This should be fun.
I think it's a great idea.
This
I
should
don't-
be fun, he says.
I
Oh,
don't
crap.
want to give him more amplification. I'm not thinking melding his ass in with that is actually a good idea. I think he just needs to take his crazy and go. Um,
2 attack rolls, my dear.
yeah, I got to see if the first one hit. Hold on. 12.
12
minus-
does.
Wait a minute. Does he get a minus for?
Oh no,
No.
you get, if you have a flanking person, you get advantage. That means you roll 2 d20s and take the higher, correct?
Correct.
Oh, well, hopefully the next one's higher then, because that one sucked. Okay. That one's definitely higher. 18.
You hit.
Boo. So that one is all right. That one's 4,
Okay.
and then hold on, because I don't like how that's doing that.
So
All
you
right.
you would get a second attack.
Owlbear's back.
Yeah. The second attack I rolled. Where the hell did it go? A 19.
You hit with the second as well.
And then. Mm, 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 mm. Seven points.
Woo! You guys are doing some damage. All right, as then.
Yeah. So I will see that the spell I cast had.
Oh, wait, hold on. I can add extra to my damage. I'm sorry. I missed that. Two weapon fighting style I hit this time. So I can add my ability modifier to damage of the second attack.
Okay. Add it on.
So it was 7, give it another 3, 10.
All right. Now as it then.
I'm going to see in the fact that my poison spray did nothing against the flesh mound, but also the flesh mound is trying to kill us. So I'm going to cast Chill Touch on the cultist. A rigid,
Okay.
frosty hand just comes out and grabs him on the face.
Is that a saving throw situation?
That is a, let me look that back up real quick because
Should have grabbed him by his jingleberries. That would have frozen him.
I have a feeling. Where the hell did
I
that?
think there's a rule mechanic for that.
All right, so it's a called shot and a small one at that. Still.
I need to make a ranged spell attack.
Okay.
Ooh. Oh no. Well, it's not an @1, but it was a that's a 7 to hit.
No.
No, that. That's not true. About how close is he to me?
You are at least 10 or 15 feet back from the fight.
Okay. I will close to 10 feet then. And as a bonus action, I am going to use the Halo of Spores ability. And I need him to make me a, let's see. I need him to make me a Constitution saving throw, DC 13.
DC 13. Oh, no. Just no.
He will take 1 point of necrotic damage. There's just a spore that just appears and just right in his face.
Okay.
Ew.
And then Belgar.
Continue invoking the wrath of the Lord of Knowledge by inflicting this defiler with a guiding bolt, which requires a 2-hit.
Oh, please do.
And I roll a 9.
Any bonuses to that?
That's with my bonuses.
No.
It's a bad round.
My turn is done.
Bad round for the spellcasters.
Okay, so that brings us down to Dundon.
I'm done. I was really hoping that the thought of picking him up and throwing him into the mass of mouths, they might decide to chew on him a bit.
Dude, we're not having a conversation while we're fighting this thing. If you have an inspiration and want to do it, do it.
Yeah, that's what I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm just going to grab him and throw him at the mouths.
Oh, you're having grapple is still an opposed check, correct?
Correct.
I don't know.
All right.
It's
So
Dundon's
you have to-
strength versus his strength.
you have to roll to hit first, correct? You try to grab him
Yeah.
because you have an axe in one hand and you're trying to grab him with the other hand. So you have to roll to hit to grab him.
Hold on.
So what am I rolling a D20?
D20.
Do I
Also-
do the flanked advantage?
Yeah, roll 2, take the better one.
Uh, 18.
Okay, so you hit. Now it is an opposed strength check. So roll a D20 and add your strength bonus.
You had to go forward. Right. Hold on. I need a little dice tray. 19.
Okay. You latch a hold. You're like, go ahead, keep swinging those stupid chains around. Clink. You grab one, grab him, and heave ho, and toss him right in there. So he lands in a heap in amongst all the mouths.
Ooh. Oh.
Yeah, that's kind of not cool.
Any effect?
Not yet.
Aw.
Thea, you were sneaking up, and all of a sudden he's over there. Sorry, you're like, haha. Oh,
Good news is there's nothing in between you and shooting him.
yeah, but you have your knives out, not your sling. So you could throw a knife at him or at the mouths. Your call.
Well, I only have my one dagger out.
Okay.
Can I reach into my pocket and get my vial of acid and throw it at him?
That's a bonus action.
If it's
So
a
yes.
bonus, sure.
Then I'm going to do that.
Don't roll a 1.
Roll
Because you're
to
gonna
hit.
piss
That's-
me off if you hit me.
That's general good advice all the way around. Don't roll a 1. Everybody, don't roll a 1.
Wait, do I get to use a modifier with this?
Thrown weapon attack would be a dex modifier.
Oh, well, good. Then I'm at a 24.
You were aiming at the cultist, or were you aiming at the mouths?
Aren't they all the same thing at this point?
No,
Not yet.
not yet.
Oh, I was going for the cultist.
Okay,
call.
you hit. What is the damage on your fabulous little vial of acid?
2d6, which is, give me a second.
Woo!
That hurt more than I thought it was.
Yeah.
Good acid.
That's
10.
Acid, dude.
alchemist fire is only 1d6.
Good acid, dude.
That's why I figured I'd go with acid instead. And it's cheaper.
That is very true.
She got
And it's
that
readily
directly out of something's stomach.
And it's readily accessible in Rockvale because they use that sort of thing with mining a lot.
Yes.
So you throw your little vial of acid, it bursts all over him, and you hear a gurgling scream. And he goes glor, 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 and becomes part of the mouths.
Oh boy.
Okay.
Shit.
And the mouths reach out to you. What's your armor class?
17.
Ooh, it missed by that much. I'm like, not cool.
Okay.
It is now round 3, back to the top. Faliki.
Leaky is gonna step back, reach in, pull out a thing of oil.
Okay.
All right.
Flammable.
I am going to lob it directly at the top center of this thing so that it gets a nice spread.
Roll a d20 for me.
15 plus, you want dexterity?
Yep.
18.
Excellent hit. Lands right on it. Oil.
And anyone have their fire ready, or do I need to get mine out?
I can get it out of my pack.
Let's go. Light them up.
Okay.
Time for barbecue.
And if I can skip ahead, I'll
Nope.
get my.
Nope. The
Oh,
only
never mind.
fire, and I'm trying to remember the lantern that you have, that Belgar's holding. I'm trying to remember if the lantern is fire or if it was a magic. No, it was a magic stone. There's
It's a
no
magic
fire.
stone. There's no
Magic
fire in there.
stone.
There's no fire in there.
Okay, so no fire yet. Azathan.
Mm-hmm.
Got any sparky spells?
No, I do have a torch though. I am going
Is
to,
it lit?
with a little bit of a razzly dazzle of druidcraft. Yeah, it is.
Okay.
And I'm just gonna huck that now lit torch at the mass and pray it catches.
Roll a d20 for me, please.
That is a 16.
Ooh, you did absolutely fabulous. You landed right on it. Boof. Now the question becomes damage.
Might I suggest we retreat just in case?
Oh, I'm thinking I need to go and close the door and leave. Bye.
We need to make,
this space better than fire.
well,
It's
believe-
not, the fire is not that big. It lights and it burns and it does damage, but it is not that big.
We can fix that.
add more fuel to the fire, but
I'm trying
Some
to,
more oil.
I will.
Uh,
I feel it would be prudent to remind everyone that we are in a building filled with alcohol and very flammable paper.
Well, I was going to actually say, Belgar, Brandy.
Gestures to the wreckage that has been strewn throughout this entire temple. Where?
That would be my question. We need more accelerant.
Have we withdrawn from?
nope. You're still
The
in the
room?
room.
Withdraw from the room. Everyone, pull back.
That's what I was saying.
We can't face this thing. This creature is arcane, mystical, and entirely too big.
And it's
No,
moving
we-
towards the doors.
It's what?
Sorry.
It's moving towards the doors as you retreat.
Close the doors as we retreat.
So as I retreat, can I throw more oil on it?
You can certainly, as you are doing you were not specifically engaged, so you can certainly make an attack roll, throw that. It is not fast, but it is definitely moving.
How close am I to it?
It is probably ballpark 10 feet.
All right, make a Constitution check. DC 13.
What are you doing?
Every
What are
time,
you doing?
every time something comes within 10 feet of me, I can use a reaction to inflict damage on it. It
Ah,
just has to fail a Constitution save.
is that
which it
true of
did.
us too?
By my choice.
Okay.
What was it? Sorry.
It did fail. What is
Okay.
the
It just takes another 2 points of necrotic damage.
that does have an effect that you can see.
Mhm.
And one of the mouths goes and spits at you.
Shit.
Make a dexterity save, please.
Okay, that is a 17.
You see it coming and go, oh God, and the light goes another huge flashball burst that just misses you.
All right, everybody out. Let's bar the door.
You get out just
Yep.
ahead of it. Like it's moving, it knows, it's aware, and it is following you. You feel it hit the doors.
That's great. The doors are in the opposite direction, and we'll just bar it.
Okay.
for now. We still got that room full of glowy, magical, whatever that is back there.
Yes. One
Yeah.
moment. One moment. Take out the half head figurine.
Okay.
Eric, cast
Yep.
the spell of communication and
Okay.
reach out to the elder of the temple in the town.
Okay. You pick up the stone. You have a moment as you start to use it. You're like, wait a minute. Okay. This is the procedure. This is the, and just for just a moment, you get a tingling sensation like, oh, good. He has it in his possession. And you get the sense that if there were nobody holding on to the other end, that you would be able to know that.
Okay.
He does have it. You cast the spell. Belgar, excellent. You have the stone.
Bless you.
Tell me is all well.
No, and I quickly recap him on everything.
He starts to he's clearly at a loss for words.
What can we do about this mass of writhing flesh and corruption?
Not even the fun kind.
Have you is the inner sanctum still intact?
You're going to need to be a bit more specific, Lord. I don't know what you mean by the inner sanctum.
There should be a locked room with a key. Do you have the key?
Yes.
Go to the locked room. You should be able to wear the vestments. That should help you increase your power. Beyond
sorry.
that, I have no knowledge of what this thing could be or what would be the best way to destroy it.
But it must be destroyed. It cannot be banished or righted by magic. It must be.
He's at a loss. He has no concept on this one.
All right. Thank you. We will update you tomorrow. Do you have
Please.
any other instructions for us?
Be well, be safe. If you must retreat, I am gathering forces. I am on the way.
Very good. We will do everything we can to make sure we are here to greet you.
Roll a 1.
And break contact. Share with the party what he said.
Okay.
I had the most inappropriate thought of Tim Curry, and all of a sudden there were, I didn't do good with the wearing vestments.
Can I use one of my uses for the healer's kit with Dunbar or Dundlin?
Dundon.
Dundon.
Dundon. Sorry.
You know, you
It's
guys
alright.
can change your names in the Zoom chat so that people
Yeah,
can see
yeah.
what your character names are. Very helpful.
But
Oh,
can I
there.
give him one of the uses of the healer kit that I
Yes.
have?
Yes, you can.
I'd like
She
to
has-
do that so that way he's got a little bit more hit points
She
to
has a
me
whole-
blocking.
She has a whole bag of bandages and smelly little herbs and all sorts of stuff that she's gonna wrap your leg in.
Cool.
Woohoo!
And how much does that give back?
Good question.
You should probably look that up. It's player's handbook thing.
Yeah, I'm looking.
I think it's a D6.
A D6.
I think so.
Let me see.
Not quite as good as a healing potion, but
Then it'd
still
be
helpful.
4.
What's what?
And then it's a 4.
Okay, get 4 hit points back. She wraps your leg.
Oh.
Awesome.
baby.
Thank you.
Yeah. Did anyone else get really bad hit? I don't remember.
No,
Leaky
not
took a hit.
necessarily feeling great, but
Leaky, would you like a healer's kit too?
see what you can do.
All right. And then we got, oh, I'm sorry, you got a 2.
It's okay.
Better than nothing.
That's right.
It's all right. 2 I didn't have last time, and 2 more towards not dying.
Boom.
Okay. I presume you moved back to the door that you bypassed previously.
Correct.
Okay. There
Back to the
is
shiny door.
there is a space. This key does not. It's not like a push it in the lock and turn it sort of key. It is. It actually there's a recess in the face of the door, which does look like someone attempted to get in and was unable to. You can see now that you're observing it closely, you can see there are scratch marks. There are parts that look like they tried to chisel away where hinges would be, things of that nature. And the recess looks like it would fit the key precisely.
Insert key into recess.
The glow, if you're is Azathan still doing
Mhm.
okay. Which, by the way, that was very close to scrambling your head looking at that mouth thing.
Yeah, it's very obviously the thing that is literally eating a hole in the weave.
It's certainly attached to a bunch of crazy. The door, the glow separates, the door opens, and the inner sanctum is still intact. I don't know if you can see it doesn't matter, the map.
Yeah, the map is back.
Yeah, the
It's
map is back.
essentially it's essentially a long room that has a large permanent summoning area. This is for, generally speaking, is only for members of the order. There are certain religious practices and things that when you're communing and things of that nature. There are sacred texts that are still in place on the shelf. This room has not been destroyed.
Okay.
Hanging right behind a chair in one corner are the vestments of knowledge, sort of the sash thing that priests wear, with a headband, with a small reflective piece here to indicate, symbolize that flame of knowledge. They're not going to actually put a flame on your head.
Commitment.
Commitment.
That symbol that's there, is it the same symbol that I was seeing at what's his face's name? Nightshade's place?
No, it is not.
Okay.
It is a very different layout. I mean, in concept, it's the same idea, but it is completely
Not the
different.
same.
You couldn't begin to explain exactly how, but you're like, nope, that doesn't look like it at all. Same idea, totally different pattern.
Cool.
Elgar will offer up a prayer of basically apology and please make me worthy of bearing these holy relics, and don the vestments.
Okay. And the vestments at the end of your prayer begin to glow.
I don't think that
You
is a good sign.
have the light of knowledge. So your armor class goes up by 1.
Ooh.
Nice.
And as you adjust to having these on, you realize that if you needed to, you could cast light again right now.
Okay.
And you have 1 first level and 1 second level spell available to you.
Oh,
Ooh,
Very nice.
extra spell slots. Are
fancy
sweet.
duds you got there, Belgar.
Here's hoping
Yeah.
that they save us, because I'm
Yes.
running a little low on slots. I'm feeling a little drained.
AC +1, a first and a second level spell slot.
And cast light once per day.
And light once per day. Very good. All right. Very good.
Okay.
Anything else? Please, friends, while I'm doing this, investigate the room, see if there's anything else that will help us in our fight against that abomination.
I will.
Thea's gonna investigate.
Yeah, I
What a
will. I
shock.
will search the room and gently nudge
Respectfully inspect the room.
Yes.
Everything I do is respectfully.
Dope. I respectfully klepto that item from the shelf.
It's relatively respectful.
I will also search the room. I will actually specifically. I know we don't really have an abundance of time, so I'm just going to quickly look over to see if there's anything in here about the Gilded Circle and any of their particular, or the Gilded Circle, the Weavers, or just anything that has become relevant to my existence over the past 2 days.
I got a 26.
You are very thorough and find precisely nothing of interest. You're like, wow, a stack of dusty old books. Nice. What else? Ooh, some paper and a couple of records of things in a ledger.
Freaking priests. Holy crap. What boring swag.
What a bunch of nerds.
So wait, there's ledgers, there's no money?
No.
No.
Trying to
This
raid
is-
the coffer box. Jesus.
It's the inner sanctum. They're not going to keep their cash in there.
Also, the dude who's like, this is his house is right there.
Well, I could just sneakily grab it. He doesn't have to pay any
Just
attention
sneakily.
to
As
me.
long as he doesn't know, it's okay.
That I think we're missing a critical point here. Cleanse the temple, steal from the temple. There are on opposite ends here.
It's just borrowing. It's
this
more
Venn
knowledge for
diagram doesn't
me. It
cross
furthers
over.
my knowledge quest.
Oh, my various gods.
Regardless,
Okay. In there, the vestments are really the only thing of value in a potential fight. There is a lot of knowledge there. There's a lot of information about ceremonies. This is generally, as the inner sanctum is generally where members of the temple come, and there it's a worship thing, and there's quiet reading, and it's worship. It's not about any of those other things. The only thing he was trying to lead you to was particularly those vestments.
Okay. There might be something for a cleansing ritual.
So is there any
here later
holy
on.
water there then?
As a matter of fact, now that you mention it, down on the bottom shelf, there is. You're like, oh, wow, look what's laying around down here.
I'm gonna
Holy
grab that.
water? Holy water in a
One
temple?
vial of holy water. That's it.
Who'd have thunk that's
You
going
know,
to be laying around?
Honestly, though, for a temple of turbo nerds, I would have been surprised. I would not have been surprised if it was holy ink.
It might actually be that.
Well,
Because
I'm gonna take the holy liquid,
Ooh.
there you go.
put it in my pocket.
The
Zoink.
Yes.
I don't know if any of you recall the Conan the Barbarian movie with Arnold.
Yep.
The whole healing thing for him, where he's written all over.
Yep.
That is very much Temple of Knowledge. That is very much what they do. That is their thing.
Oh,
Fascinating.
healing tattoos.
Yeah, but first we got to kill this thing and cleanse the temple and get the ritual going back so we can not die and help Belgar.
If the ink can heal, can the ink harm? Depending on how it's used.
unholy things.
There may have been research in that direction, but that research is not here.
There is another set of doors to investigate to see if there may be some other weapons for us beyond there.
There are other doors. Let me put this forward to the group. It is coming up on 9 o'clock, and I know that is our normal stop time. Opinions for anyone?
Check the last door and call it a night.
Sure.
Seems
Yeah,
fair.
prepare for the final assault on the gibbering mouths.
Gibbering mouths.
Yep.
I feel like that's the nicest title that it's had so far, aside from
It was
just
an actual creature from, I think, Fiend Folio or maybe Monster Manual 1, the
You
gibbering
know, I
mouth.
think you're
or-
right.
Is it
Yeah.
is it gibbering or gibbering? I'm not sure.
We're
how
not going to
actually-
have this conversation. We are not having this conversation.
I'm genuinely not sure how to pronounce it.
Tomato, tomato, my man.
Oh, fair enough. All right.
Shocking nobody. I have gone back into the bag of tricks for an old monster.
Oh,
Hmm.
yeah.
Okay.
This is horrifying.
So let's check out that last set of doors and see if there's anything beyond it that can aid us in our fight against the abomination.
Yeah.
Okay. As you head back down the hallway, you can still hear the mouths, and they are clattering against that door. And it doesn't sound as solid as you would hope.
So we make haste. We make
Recording.
haste, DM.
Yes.
Okay. The first door that you had come to is directly at the end of the corridor. Are you going to attempt to start with that one?
Sure.
Or are you gonna
Yes.
attempt the
We'll
other
just
one?
work our way down. We're
Okay.
looking, opening doors, looking for oil and brandy and weapons that we might use against it.
Who's going first?
I'll do it. Fuck it. Let's go.
Dude, no. The
No?
wizard does not go first.
I'm not a wizard, but I'm close enough. Fair enough.
I'll go
I can
first.
go.
Let
Are
Dunda go.
Let Dundon and Thea go first.
Okay. Who's going to the door? Tell me the approach on the door. What are we doing?
Is it unlocked?
Can we tell if it's locked?
That would be a roguish sort of a thing. Roll a 20-sider for me.
Okay. Hold on, because I got a 3 plus my. I'm sorry, I got only a 9.
You're like, come on. These guys? Who would lock it like that? Clearly, you can just yank it open.
Then let's go in.
You're going to yank the door open?
Sure am.
Okay.
Fuck.
Make a dexterity saving throw.
Hold on. Why did you say fuck? What was she going to do? Not open the door?
No.
Is that a D20 for saving throw?
It is.
Oh, 21.
Woohoo!
Oh, good. You only take half the damage as the acid trap that you
Oh.
tripped blows up on you.
Why is there
Do we keep
acid?
acid traps in the fucking temple?
No, you don't.
But
Uh,
the Crimson people do.
Bastards.
You take 5 points of damage as acid just puts little pits in you. But the door's open.
Is there anything inside?
Yes.
Better be.
Inside the room, it turns to the right. It would back up to the other wall of what would be the inner sanctum. As you enter in, you can see that clearly the cultists have been at work here. Smashed glass everywhere, puddles of odd liquid on the floor. You could conceivably search up a couple of things here, maybe that they missed, but you're not certain.
We don't have time for that. The door's not going to hold. If there's not blatant casks of flaming oil or brandy or some weapons that we feel can be effective against this creature, let's move to the next one.
Yeah, we don't have time.
Okay.
And
Next
we'll
door.
check for traps.
I was going to say at this point, yes, checking for traps is apparently going to become standard operating procedure for any place where the Crimson Crescent has made their mark. Standard operating procedure, GM, for any environment where the Crimson Crescent has made a place is going to be, we're going to check every fucking door for traps. Okay?
Okay.
SOP.
Okay.
Check away there, rogue.
Did I mention they were dicks?
are.
1 second.
Little
We're
ones,
going to
little
check.
tiny ones.
Limp
Oh, hold on.
noodle.
Wrong button.
Holden,
Yep.
Azathan still running third eye.
Yep.
This door glows.
17.
The door that she's currently taking a look at. Door's magic.
22.
Whoa.
I'm not even gonna bother with it. I'm gonna look at every other door. Which ones are magic, or is it only that one?
Just that one. Well,
Cool.
the inner sanctum one you could relock on the way out.
Okay, yeah, that's
And
that. I don't care
taking
about
the-
that one.
Taking the key out,
Uh-huh.
it relocks.
Great.
It becomes impenetrable again.
Good to know. Door that she's currently is. It's magical. I will tell that to the team, and I guess I have the key. I'm gonna go see if I can open the door with the key.
Not the same.
Okay, different key. Go do a thing. Gonna check other doors in the meanwhile. We are.
There are
Can I
no
pick
other
a lock?
doors.
There are no other doors. Okay.
It is not a pick lock situation. It's not locked.
Okay, so we don't have the magical key for this one, and we can't pick the lock.
Wait, you said it's not locked. We can open the door.
Not mechanically.
Oh, wait, hold on a second. Fuck this. Where's that scroll? I'm going to use the scroll of knock to unlock that door.
Aha! He pulls out the folded paper that you found upstairs.
Abraca, open this fucking door, please.
Mumble, 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 abracapocus. The wizard lock goes away. Oh, I'm sorry, arcane lock in this edition goes away, and the door swings free and opens into what would have been the deep archives that has also been thrashed. Above and beyond that, there's a hole in the floor.
Oh, so we must go deeper.
Check out the hole.
In the front of
As
the
he
room,
said.
as you crawl in, if you crawl into above the wreckage, it's just stacked near the door, there's a physical hole in the floor, and then there's solid floor again further on.
How big is the hole?
You could
Dear Elijah.
probably drop an entire person down there easily.
Is it big enough to drop an entire gibbering mound of bleh down there?
No, but as the if you is are you actually moving into the room?
Yes. Belgar is
Okay.
moving into the room with the lantern held high, looking down into the hole.
The first hole that you see goes deep, but it is not larger than, say, a single person. As you see over the mound of rubble, there is a massive hole in the back end of this room. Like, it looks like the foundation of the wall is trying to give way, and it drops down into the darkness further than you can see. And do a spot check for me.
Did they tunneled into this place?
8.
You're
I see
not
nothing.
certain, but you see something glistening around the front edge of that hole closest to you.
Dundon, how was this stonework affected? Is this done by a creature or were there machines? What do your dwarf eyes tell you?
I'm using my dwarf eyes on the stonework here to see what's going on.
this is magic. This straight up magic. They blasted this hole in ungodly ways. This was no stonemasonry. There was no digging. This was, we're making a hole here.
So did they come in this way?
It-
Or
It looks like a way out.
Oh,
Oh, so we want to follow?
After we destroy the gibbering horror.
yeah, no, we can't bail yet.
no. Could we lock the gibbering horror into the inner sanctum?
We'd need to move the gibbering horror out of the room.
We can lure that thing rather easily.
But
I don't
then
want to
we're-
get it. No, we can't lure it in there. That thing took a chunk out of your leg just by getting close to it. I don't want to get close to it. We have to find another way to deal with it.
we must destroy it, according to the head of the order.
Okay, fine.
Well, big guns say we go and destroy it, then we obviously need to destroy it.
But we have nothing here with which to work other than our own wits.
I'm gonna think back for a moment. That first pile that we came across when we came down the stairs, that was just soaked with alcohol.
It was.
So we could literally throw stuff at it and light it on fire while it's surrounded by stonework and try not to burn this temple down around us.
Or we can lay it out on the floor in front of the double doors, let the creature burst through, and then light it once it steps out onto the burning area.
Same plan, good idea. I like it. Let's do it. We need to kill it and light it on fire.
Agreed.
And then we can go about cleansing.
So we will
saving the
grab
temple.
all of that alcohol-soaked holy texts and religious relics and artifacts of my order that are sacred beyond all belief, and strew them in front of the double doors, striking a spark on several torches in anticipation of setting it alight when the thing breaks through.
Okay. You do add a significant amount. You do, and you find in there's actually a cask of really high alcohol content stuff about this big that
That's
they somehow
what
missed.
Taliki was looking for.
Yep. And it's in that stack. You can pop the cork on that one, and that will be like a great big, like double-sized alchemist fire.
Sweet.
Actually, probably triple size.
Excellent.
Good. Let's have a weenie roast.
So we prepare cautiously, flanking either side of the door so the creature will not get a direct shot at us when it bursts through. When it comes through, lure it onto the liquor-soaked wreckage, splash it with high-intensity brandy, light that sucker up, and then if anybody's got missile weapons or combat spells or anything along those lines, use them.
Okay. Here we go. Here we go.
Hey, Belgar,
Uh,
before this
I'm
thing
gonna
comes through the
switch
door,
over.
do you have any words? These are your relics.
They were. Now they are but trash.
All right.
Well,
But
let's
thank you.
hope. Let's hope the trash of your god is good enough to kill whatever the hell this thing is.
Holy trash.
Holy trash.
Holy
Yeah.
trash.
I feel this would be an appropriate way to dispose of relics, anyways.
I agree.
Eric, I'm switching over to the bow.
Okay.
And I'm switching over to the crossbow I have.
I am going to, oh shit, I don't have much left. All right. Yep. I've done what I can for now.
Okay.
Have a vial of acid in both hands.
Nice.
All right. You are all prepared, and the door gives way, and the mouths come through, screaming, yelling, sighing, weeping, and
Oh my God, it's the drama queen.
right onto your trap.
Light it.
Light it up. Tell me, let's go round the thing. Thea, first acid roll. Roll a hit.
Okay. $19.
Hits. Damage from your acid.
Is a 9.
Okay. Faliki. Arrow.
I don't know that I hit.
What'd you get?
$11.
You hit. Damage. D6, I believe. Do you add dex to that? No, strength if it's a strength bow, right? No,
It's just Dex for the. Yeah, it's just
Hit.
Dex.
Yeah, but it's just Dex to hit, right? It's not Dex for damage.
It is Dex also for damage, and there's other modifiers for specialty arrows.
Yeah, no special arrows. So then that would be 9.
all right. Dundon. Roll it to hit for, I presume you went back to the crossbow.
Yeah, I got an 18 plus,
Hit.
so that's 19, and I have a 5.
All right. Belgar.
Guiding bolt, which is a 20, unnatural.
Hit.
Okay. Stand by. Yeah, 46. 9, 7, 16.
Woo.
Splat.
Yeah. That did some damage. Azathan, what do you got?
I'm going to cast Druidcraft and set that motherfucker on fire.
Light her up.
Light the whole thing. Just
Fighter.
What is the alchemist fire normal? Is it a
let me-
D6 you said?
it should be. Let me just double check.
D6 or D8?
I have here listed that it's
D4 fire damage.
1d4 at the start of each turn.
Okay. This is significantly more fuel than that. Roll a D6 for me.
Okay. Just 2.
Okay.
And then bonus action needs to make a Constitution save.
Nope.
4 necrotic damage.
Ooh, that did even more. You see it stretching and spreading, and it starts to crackle and give way.
It seems vulnerable to necrotic.
It writhes and goes and spits a giant glob out. And let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, it doesn't like you. You with the fire. It spit at you. So roll a dexterity save, please.
That's a natural 20.
You go, oh, no, I don't think so.
I've seen this before.
Be gone, you.
Here's a spore for that one.
Thea, you have one more acid thing in your hand.
Yep.
Roll it to hit for me, please.
One.
No.
No.
You suck at this.
Wait, is that with any modifiers?
Doesn't matter. It's a one.
I dropped the acid vial. I did not throw it.
She totally fumbles it, and it crashes at her feet.
Ooh.
Make a
Like those
dexterity
boots.
save for me.
Wreck those boots, baby.
Them boots are gonna be made for saving your ass. That's what they are.
Mm-hmm.
It's not on my side. I got a 6. I have a 12.
Oh no.
It's a 12 with my dexterity.
You take 2 points of acid damage to your foot.
Ow.
You just dropped the acid on your own foot.
Eh,
Stop dropping acid. We got to fight this thing.
yeah.
Dude, totally.
Feliki,
This thing's-
get another shot. Dundon, get another shot.
We're gonna put this thing into the ground.
Oh, yes. Nice. All right. 9.
Nice.
What's that?
9.
9
Damage.
damage.
Yep.
Dundon,
I got a 16 and 5 damage.
all right.
Oh, shit.
You hear the most ungodly screech you have ever heard as all of the mouths cry out at once, and the whole thing collapses into a puddle of goo.
Oh, nice.
And
See
now
ya.
it's just leftover teeth and eyeballs in a big nasty puddle that's simmering and
On
smoldering
fire. Hell
Yeah.
yeah.
on fire. But it has stopped. There's now in the end, the quiet is almost as unsettling. Everything comes to a stop
Oh.
and it's done.
Dear Marty Feldman.
DM question.
Yes.
With that thing's death and the sight, is the hole still there?
The hole is still there, but it is definitely, there's no, you actually can see, like normally when something is alive, there's a little bit of a glow and you see the little connectors, little wispies that connect off to the magic of it. This thing has none of that. It is dead.
Okay.
It doesn't even have world magic. It is dead.
Okay. So not just the creature, but like the hole that was around that made up the void that I first saw when we got here.
It actually siphons. You can't really see through the wall, but it looks like it's flowing towards that hole.
Okay. Good to know.
Dude, that thing is more dead than a Gen Z soul.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Pretty dead.
That is true. I'm not even
All
Gen
right.
Z and I know how true that is. Oh.
Does anybody need healing?
I wouldn't mind some.
Yeah, at this point.
We need to
It's
retreat.
healing and a
take some
drink
rest.
after looking at that thing.
Well, yeah.
A drink, many drinks.
Might I
That-
suggest we retreat to the inner sanctum for the next while?
Agreed.
Yeah.
So we all retreat back to the inner sanctum and lock the door.
All right, Dundon,
You know,
you get 13 points back.
oh, hot diggity.
Ooh.
Thank you, sir.
Maliki,
Yes, sir.
sorry, you only get 11.
That's okay. That's 11 I didn't have before. I didn't
And-
actually need that many.
Yeah, I will need to sleep before I can heal you, but I will.
Ah, well, that's good. I'll cast Cure Wounds on Thea then. And that will be my last spell slot. For,
I
How
actually,
many does
I'm
that
back
give
up
me?
full, thank you.
that will be
At least 5.
Yeah, I hate this.
How much do you need, Thea?
7. But I can do a healer's kit if I like whatever to.
No, it's
not.
it's 1d8 plus.
Plus your spell.
Yeah,
So it's
plus-
got to be at least plus 5.
yeah, that'll be 1d8 plus 5. Gotta remember. 10 points.
Boom.
Oh, perfect. That's plenty.
So everybody's up.
Huzzah.
So when we resume, we'll need to take a long rest so that the spellcasters can get their spells back. And we'll figure out what we're going to do moving forward.
Hooray.
Let's not fucking touch anything that's been here.
This place.
We didn't save any of that brandy, did we?
No.
Sadly,
No.
no.
Unfortunately.
In the
Bring
meanwhile,
out any of the remainder of the, no? Okay.
Elgar, isn't there a ritual or something that we could probably do in the meanwhile to light a candle or something? I'm not well versed with this particular temple's rituals.
I can definitely conduct a service of remembrance and blessing upon the fallen. But it's not. It's just a ceremony. It's not going to sanctify anything. It's just a invocation to calm the souls of the fallen, the restless fallen, acknowledge their sacrifice in the name of the god, and bid them peace in the beyond.
This is
Well, I only took 2 vials of the holy liquid, so there's still more on the shelf.
Awesome.
that was particularly discomforting.
Yeah.
I don't know what happened to their souls.
Nor do I.
That would be the Crimson Crescent is what happened to their souls.
Well, we know how they got there. We just don't. Souls don't normally just disappear. They're just when we.
Didn't you just say that it looked like things were flowing out of the hole, as though they were siphoning things out
Towards the hole.
towards the hole?
And I saw that, but I haven't said any of that out loud as of yet, because that's all seen through the sight. But
Okay.
yeah, but the creatures and the people that were emulsified into that creature, I don't know what happened to their souls. That is
I was hoping
wildly
to collect another coin.
discomforting for a druid.
You go through the goo. I'm sure there's a coin in there somewhere.
He is a coin collector now. What's
Well,
he
hey,
gonna
maybe if
take?
they see I have 2 next time, they won't say we weren't a believer.
Nice.
Ah.
Belgar, what's it gonna take to light the temple light?
More power and sanctity than I'm afraid I possess.
Perhaps when your order's leader arrives, they can assist us with restoring some semblance of.
He will be here in 2 days. I
right,
suggest we await him here.
Fair enough.
That sounds like a very good plan.
And we can spend the next couple of days at least beginning the tidying up process so that they don't see the horrific wreckage. And if there's anything salvageable,
Yeah.
fragments, bits and pieces, I know there won't be much, but whatever we can salvage, we will. The rest will be cleared away while we await the arrival of the elder.
We can have a bonfire.
No.
And we're gonna Marie Kondo this place.
Hey, that's right.
Yeah,
Is that a good stopping spot, Eric?
It is a good stopping spot. You do, as a member of the temple, you do realize that there's probably an upper floor, which is where all the residences would be.
Okay.
I doubt there
We'll
was
check
any-
every damn door for traps before we open it. Every one, even the
Yeah.
water closet, the toilet, we're checking it for traps. Okay?
Before you lift the lid on the water closet,
Check for
check
traps.
for traps. And no rolling a 1.
10-foot poles for everybody.
Everybody, 10-foot poles, 6-foot
10-foot
rope,
poles.
check for traps.
All right. That is a good spot. I will have more. Our next date should be November 4th, if